Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So we are beginning a three-part series today for the Indus Valley civilization. So without any further delay, Harappan cities developed about 4,700 years ago. That is just for your information. Very quickly, let us see how the city actually was. City was divided into two parts. The part to the west was smaller but higher, which was called the citadel. Special buildings were constructed here, example, Great Bath in Mohenjo-daro. The part to east was larger but lower, and this is called the lower town. So it is generally believed that the higher but smaller part, that is where the probably the rulers or the what is it civil the planners for the city etc lived, and the lower part or the lower town is where probably the general public or the people lived. Walls of baked brick in an interlocking pattern were used for construction. Plaster and natural tar were also used for construction. Okay. Now, one thing what you have to remember is apart from this, stones also were used for construction. Now, let us see Kali Bangan and Lothal. Now, here what we have discovered is fire altars. Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, and Lothal had elaborate stone houses. This is a thing that I told you about earlier. Which are some of the other cities? Sotka Ko in Pakistan, Dholavira and Surkautoda in Gujarat, Ganveriwala, Kalimantan, Kalimantan in Rajasthan, Rakhi, Garhi. Okay, now where is Ganveriwala, Rakhi, Garhi? Try to find it out. Don't worry, the answer is already there in the next textbook or in the next video. Okay, so moving on, Mohenjo-daro and Sotkako cities are to the west of Indus. All right. Now, what were the unique objects that were found in the cities? Red pottery painted with designs in black, stone weights, seals, special beads, copper tools, and long stone blades. All right. So these were some of the things that were found here. Now let us see how the construction was of the houses. Houses were one or two stories high. Rooms were built around a courtyard. There was a separate bathing area. Wells were there to supply water, and drains were covered, and they were laid out in straight lines with inspection holes to clean them. Okay, now let us see about the people. Construction of special buildings were done by rulers. Scribes prepared and wrote on seals. There were craftspersons, there were specialists. Specialists, how do we get to know about this? From the quality of the craft that was produced from the Indus Valley civilization. People in rural area, they grew crops and reared animals. What were the crops? Wheat, barley, pulses, peas, rice, sesame, linseed, and mustard. Animals were cattle, sheep, goat, and buffalo. Fishing was known. Note that plows were used. Which type of plows? Wooden plows. That is what it is believed. Why? Because there is a toy plow was retrieved from the IVC. Region did not receive heavy rainfall. Therefore, they were dependent on irrigation. Okay. Moving on, let us see some of the crafts in detail here. Stone weights, beads made out of carnelian, stone blade. These were some of the craft items. Most things were made out of stone, like rectangular seals, shell, and metal. Okay. Then metals like copper, bronze, gold, and silver were also in use. Tools and weapons were made out of copper and bronze. Ornaments and vessels were made out of copper, bronze, gold, silver, and faience, which was artificially produced. Faience was generally considered to be a luxurious item. At the same time, even when we consider it to be luxurious, we have spindle bowls that were made out of terracotta as well as faience. So that actually creates a little bit of confusion with regard to the actual position of faience. Okay. Pots with beautiful black designs were made. So we also saw what? Red pots with black designs. Here also pots with beautiful black designs. Okay. Remember that. Next, copper, tin, gold, silver, and precious stones. They were all brought from where? Distant places. Copper would have come from Rajasthan, Oman. Tin from Afghanistan. Copper and tin together will give you bronze. Gold from Karnataka. Precious stones from Gujarat, Iran, and Afghanistan. Okay, moving on. Let us talk about one Harappan town in detail here now, which is Dholavira. Now it is located on Khadir Beth in the Rann of Kutch region. It is divided into three parts. Now understand this. The most of the Harappan or the IVC civilization towns are divided into two. Here it is divided into three. And each part is surrounded with massive stone wall and entrances. Understand, There it was brick wall, here it is stone wall. Large open area is there for public ceremonies. Large letters of Harappan script in white stone and perhaps inlaid in wood. Generally, Harappan writing is found on small objects like seals. Alright, now let us see another town, Lothal. It stood beside the tributary of Sabarmati in Gujarat, close to Gulf of Kambat. It is an important center for making objects out of stone, shell, and metal. It had a storehouse in its city. Seals and ceilings were found in the storehouse. Now, what do you mean by a ceiling? Ceiling simply means on the baggage or on the good that you're trying to transport, you put a ceiling on it just to know that no tampering has taken place with it. Okay. Then you have a dockyard. Dockyard automatically means what, a place where ships could come. Okay. Then it was a known workshop for making beads. Clear, people? With that, we come to an end of the 6th standard NCERT's Harappa, or part 1 of the video. Wait for part 2, which will be basically covering your 12th standard, 12th standard themes in Indian history. In that, the very first chapter. That will be the second part of our IVC video. Okay? As usual, any suggestions, comments, please put it up in the comment box, and take care.